Well, good morning, everyone. Lucky Duck, your small-time gambler, with you this morning, November the 19th, 2019. This morning we're going to be looking at 6 college football games coming up this Saturday, the 23rd. The numbers we'll be referencing this morning will be from DraftKings. They seem to have the best line on Tuesday morning, so we'll be going with those guys. The first game I want to look at is the Memphis Tigers. They'll be on the road against the South Florida Bulls. Memphis comes in at 9-1, having won their 4 last games, and their record in enemy territory is also not bad, going 4-1 this season. In their last 4 games, the offense has really woken up, averaging 47 points per game. On the other hand, the defense has been struggling, giving up 42 points per game in their last 3. South Florida, the Bulls come in at 4-6, having lost 3 of their last 4. 2-4 at home, and that includes a heartbreaking loss to the Cincinnati Bearcats last weekend. 17-17 tie, and Cincinnati kicks a field goal at the buzzer, or at the gun, to win that one 20-17. South Florida is really up for that game, so we're wondering if they might not come out a little flat this week. Their last 2 games are averaging only 12 points per game, and as we've said in the past, if you can't score, you can't win. Defense has been playing well, surrendering an average of 19 points per game in their last 3. Memphis, however, at minus 560, we feel like they'll probably be able to hang on and beat South Florida, so we'll bet enough to win 1 unit on the Memphis Tigers. And again, 1 unit for the small-time gambler is $20. That's where we're comfortable. As always, you may want to bet a little more or a little less. The second game we want to look at, the East Carolina Pirates. They go to visit UConn. The Huskies coming in at 2-8, having lost 8 of their last 9. The Pirates not much better, 3-7. They've lost 5 in a row. East Carolina is surrendering an amazing 48 points per game in their last 4. Defense is terrible. UConn, on the other hand, their offense is terrible, only scoring 6.5 points per game in their last 2. And if you can imagine, their defense is actually giving up more points per game than East Carolina. East Carolina giving up 48. UConn, however, tops them, giving up an amazing 52 points per game on defense in their last 2. Pirates come in at minus 500. They're not a very good team, though, and we try to stay away from teams that are not very good, so we're going to pass on this one and move along to the next one. The next one that got on our radar, Louisiana Lafayette, will be hosting the Troy Trojans. Raging Cajuns come in at 8-2, having won 4 in a row. Both games that they've lost were home games. One of them was to Mississippi State, Southeast Conference rival, so no shame in that. In their last 4, the defense has stepped up, only averaging 14 points per game against, and they're putting up 38 points per game in their last 4, so they've been winning pretty handily. Troy comes in at 5-5, however, they have won their last 2. They're 2-3 in enemy territory. Last 5 games, they were averaging 43 points, so the offense is playing well. Defense not so much, giving up 36 points per game in their last 4. The difference in this game will be the defenses. Louisiana, as we said, giving up 14 a game versus 36 against Troy. At minus 435, we'll put a unit on the Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns and hope to pick up a win on that one. The next game we're looking at, Big Ten battle, the Iowa Hawkeyes hosting the Illinois Fighting Illini. Hawkeyes come in at 7-3, 3-1 in their last 4. Big win over Minnesota last week. They were really flying high for that one. So the danger is they'll come in a little flat in this one. And Illinois is playing well, having won their last 4 games. They're 6-4 on the season. And they also had a big win over Michigan State last week. Iowa comes in at a minus 700 on this one. That looks a little expensive for what could be and should be a pretty close game. So we will pass on that one and move along to the next game, which is the Oregon Ducks visiting the Arizona State Sun Devils. Oregon comes in at 9-1, having won 9 in a row. They're 3-1 on the highway. Their only loss this season was at Auburn. As you know, Auburn's one of the best teams in the country this year, so no shame in dropping that one. The Ducks offense has been moving the ball well, averaging 41 points per game in their last 5. And they have 6 games this season where the defense has surrendered less than 10 points per game. And that includes last week where they just gave up 6 points. Arizona comes in at 5-5, having lost their last 4, 3-2 at home. They have scored 31 points per game in their last 3, but they've given up 36 points in their last 3. So again, I think the defense will make the difference in this one. Oregon playing a little better on defense. And so we're going to call this one our pick of the week. Oregon coming in at a minus 650 on DraftKings, and we will bet 13 units to win 2 on the Oregon Ducks. And then our final game we're looking at is the Washington Huskies. They go to visit the Colorado Buffaloes. Washington comes in at 6-4, 2-3 in their last 5. However, 2 of those losses were to Utah and Oregon, which both have very good teams this year. The Huskies are 3-1 on foreign soil this year. They did beat USC, which is their signature win this season. The Buffaloes come in at 4-6. However, they've lost 5 of their last 6, 3-3 at home. They did beat Stanford last week, a big win for them, averaging 15 points per game in their last 5. However, the offense has been struggling. Can't score, you can't win, right? Giving up 33 points per game in their last 5. So we look for Washington to win this game on the road at a minus 650, and we will bet 6.5 units to win 1 unit there. And again, the numbers we're looking at, the lines we're looking at today are from DraftKings. They seem to have the best lines. So if you're placing bets early in the week, DraftKings would probably be the place to do it. If you like what you're hearing, if you'd hit that subscribe button below, we would certainly appreciate it. If you like the video here, give us a thumbs up. We also would appreciate that. If you checking back later in the week and would like to see if we've added any games, you can go to our website, which is Number One Sports Picks, and you can go there and you can look down at the home page. You have today's picks, and you'll see the 4 we've listed here for today's picks. And like I said, sometimes we will add to those, and feel free to check in if you want to take a look at that. So good luck this week. Hope all your bets are winners, and that we will see you at the cash cage, and we'll cash those tickets together. Once again, this is Lucky Duck, your small-time gambler. We hope once again you have the best of luck this weekend. Good luck, and we will talk to you a little later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.